I would like to finish by showing how we can compare two slopes from two different regressions. So I'm going to let y be beta 0 plus beta 1x plus epsilon sub y for a sample size of n. And w is going to be gamma 0 plus gamma 1 u plus epsilon sub w. Okay, so here I want you to see that y is a function of x and w is a function of u. So we're going to compare two slopes. We're going to ask ourselves, is beta 1 equal to gamma 1? Or the alternative, is beta 1 not equal to gamma 1? In order to do this, we're going to have to understand what is the standard error of beta 1 minus gamma 1. So we're going to find the standard error of beta 1 minus gamma 1. That's going to be the square root of the variance of our beta 1 hat minus gamma 1 hat. Well, that's the square root of the variance of beta 1 hat plus the variance of gamma 1 hat. We're going to assume that y and w are independent, and therefore beta 1 hat and gamma 1 hat are independent. Okay, so that's the square root of, well, what is the variance of beta 1? It's sigma squared over s sub xx, and then that's going to be sigma squared over s sub u. Okay, so I'm going to factor out a sigma, and that becomes the square root of 1 over s sub xx plus 1 over s sub u. Now, how are we going to estimate sigma? Well, we're going to estimate sigma using a pooled standard deviation, so that's going to be the square root. We're going to do n minus 2 times s sub y squared plus m minus 2 times s sub w squared. Those are the sample variances for y and w. And then we would divide that by n minus 2 plus m minus 2. So we can look at this and recognize that n minus 2 times s sub y squared is really the sum of the squares of the error for y. And m minus 2 times s sub w squared is the sum of the squares of the error for w. And then we're going to divide that by n plus m minus 4. Now, what's the test statistic? Well, we want to compare beta 1 hat to gamma 1 hat. And then we want to divide that, of course, by the standard error, which is SP times the square root of 1 over s sub xx plus 1 over s sub u. And that would be the test statistic that we would use, and we would use the standard kind of rejection region for that test statistic.